Hello.
Hey!
Where's the actual presentation for the Google Meet?
Guys, it's ready without me. Ich hab das. Leise. Ich schreie. Ich wollte nur sagen, ob du ready wärst mit Aufnehmen. Hello, Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Why would anything work ever? Double echo.
I think, Philip, you can add yourself by adding your microphone to it as well in the recording.
The live stream is not showing the image yet.
Perfecto. So maybe while we are waiting, I have next to me here Sarah, and we can start with this question: who can vote? And currently, there's one small change compared to other years. This year, we will only allow national federations to vote which actually paid their membership fees. So these are all the ones that are in green here. And what we're looking for is representatives within our Google Meets that can then vote. The way it will work is we will send a link to the chat and you can vote for your federation. So maybe just familiarize yourself with this list and who you represent, and then it will be clear who actually is the delegate of the federation. So I guess we will start about 5 minutes after 7. We'll just let the people come in. Hi guys, hi everyone. We're gonna wait another 2-3 minutes for people to join. The slide I'm showing here is to familiarize you with the federations who are allowed to vote. These are the green ones because these actually paid the membership fee. So figure out one person that can vote as a representative of each federation, so we can get the voting done afterwards quickly. Okay, guys, I think we're pretty much ready to start.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm not waiting.
How many countries are represented right now?
Let's see.
We have half, and we don't have half Asians. So. Just ask.
Okay, so before we start, let's look at this overview list again. It's quite important that we know who is a delegate of which federation. Maybe please use the chat to just tell us which federation you're representing in the following General Assembly. So we can create a list here and keep track of the votes. And just quickly use the chat of the Google Meet to tell us which federation you are representing. Perfect. First ones are coming in. Mirjana is also here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. The invoice coming in.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes.
I'm really sorry, but I can't get to the chat for some reason through my tablet, and I am getting kicked off on my desktop. So if there's any point that I can't access the vote, I guess I'll just WhatsApp it to Sarah or something. Is that okay?
Oh, that's perfect.
The votes.
There will be a link coming through the chat, but yeah, we will manage.
We'll send it to you otherwise as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. Then let's start. There's still people coming in, but I think let's get going with this 8th General Assembly. Welcome everybody. Nice that you guys are joining. We are sitting here in the basement of the ISA headquarters in Switzerland, and our entire first floor of our house is full of people, which you will hear during this presentation. Most of them will have to say something during the General Assembly. So thanks for joining. Let's get started. So this is going to be today's agenda. We're going to aim for finishing in 1.5 hours. I managed the last 2 General Assemblies. Let's see if it works this time as well. And these are going to be our talking points of today. One of the first things we need is to elect a scrutineer who will count the votes. I would suggest this is Sarah. She's already sitting next to me, writing up the lists for you guys to get ready to vote. The way the voting will work is you will get a link through the chat, and you can just fill out the Google form approving or denying whatever you need to vote on, and then that should be quite clear for us who actually has voted. Okay, I want to start with some quick facts, like every year, just an overview of where we stand with the ISA. So the most important facts are our National Federation members, our active members. These are also the entities that are allowed to vote on everything here during this General Assembly. We currently have 19 of them, and we will have another. Sorry, I need to keep admitting people here. And there will be a new active member joining this year. I will talk about that later. You will see that we have lots of also regional and small local clubs within the ISA. These are usually city clubs or regional clubs, which can become observer members. My current guess is approximately 3,000 individuals, which are a member of these regional club and national federations, which are a part of the ISA. So we're slowly growing and getting bigger, which is nice to see. Yeah, summarizing the next couple points, there's one thing I want to mention for those who have not heard this yet, but we are about 50 people from over 15 countries involved in official ISA roles. So these are the boards and the commissions. And from these 50 people really active, or maybe 5 to 10, working on a regular basis as ISA officials doing different tasks. And then we have lots of individuals that work on projects during the year. So the ISA was created in 2015. So this is our 8th General Assembly, including the founding assembly. Here is an overview of our current National Federation members. So these are what we would consider national governing bodies that represent a country, and they become active member of the ISA. Each of them pays €100 per year. A quick word on how we are organized. So today we're holding the General Assembly. This body basically elects the 2 boards within the ISA, the Executive Board and the Advisory Board. And these are elected for a 2-year term. So the General Assembly elects people. And then the General Assembly also has the possibility to create commissions, new commissions. Currently, we have 4 commissions. We have not decided on creating a new one. So the meetings of these individual commissions, they will happen in the coming days. So the yearly meetings of the Safety Commission, Sport Commission, and so on are not today. They are separate meetings which will be held in the next week or so, where new people get voted into these positions. So these commissions are very independent. They don't have to be the people don't have to be voted on by the General Assembly, but they can basically decide on their own workforce within the commissions. Then, besides our members, we also have the possibility to become a partner of the ISA. These are mostly manufacturers which partner up with us in order to work with the gear standards, the safety label, things like this. But then there is also partners of the Education Commission. We have a partner in the Nature and Access Commission, and also, of course, partners that work with us in terms of sports events, so competitions and so on. So these are all considered partners from the slackline industry, and they have no vote within the ISA. They can work with us and pay a yearly fee, which is also €100 per year, but basically don't have the right to vote on specific topics. Good, that's just a quick overview. For all the active members who have access to their main email, they have received the protocol from last year's yearly General Assembly. And the first thing we have to do, we have to approve this protocol. Do we have also a vote on that? An official one? Not really, huh? I think to keep this simple, basically say something if you don't agree on last year's protocol, and then we don't have to vote specifically on that. If you have any objections or things that you think were wrong in that protocol, let us know now through the chat or speak up. You can also raise the hand at the bottom of the Google Meet if you would like to say something. Okay, if there is nobody against approving last year's protocol, then this is done and approved. Thanks a lot for writing it. It was mostly Philip writing it during last year's General Assembly. This year, I delegated the task to Augustin and Arthur, which you can also, they're waving to us here. Very nice. They will write the protocol from this year. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, let's start with some things that have been happening in the past year. Something we just finished in the last couple of days is now the possibility to get a certificate if you are an active member or observer member of the ISA. I basically just showed you here in the presentation how this certificate looks like. So basically a piece of paper that proves that you're really a member of the ISA, and you can do whatever you want with this. You can print it and hang it on your wall at home. But I think a nice new little feature if you're a member to receive such a certificate and use it in whatever means you need it. Then something we've always been active, and also in 2021, we have been supporting several events. The support can look very different. It can be with ISA officials being on site, helping with the event. Maybe even ISA officials have organized these events themselves, or we have like official ISA events like the safety event, which just ended today, rigor certifications, trainer C-certs, things like that. I think here just a list of a couple such events that happened in 2021 where we had ISA people on site helping with different tasks. And since we are talking about 2021, so last year, there was still quite a large amount of events that were cancelled. Here, just a couple of them listed, which didn't happen last year due to different reasons, but mostly obviously due to COVID. Oops. Okay, something that is new, which we decided on a couple months ago, is that we need a communication director, and we found this person with Annalisa from Italy. Maybe you have seen in the past couple months the social media posts that have been going out. These were mostly done by Annalisa, and the content is created together with the commissions and the people in the board. But she's been responsible for actually creating the posts on social media. So this is something that has changed a bit for us, which also takes off work from the boards. That's nice. Then I would also like to take this opportunity to thank some more people that work in the background. Here, especially for Andreas Erschen and Cara Urban, which are two people that have been working for quite some time for the ISA, helping with designing the logo, with graphics. Also, this presentation you might have seen has a new look and feel. This is thanks to Andreas and Cara, who do lots of design work in the background and never really get mentioned. Maybe here a little summary. I have never shown these stats, but just that you get an idea on our social media reach. So here's some numbers. You can take a closer look. I'm not going to mention all these things in detail, but basically you can see that also with the help of Annalisa, this last year we have had quite some reach within social media. This is now Facebook and Instagram. So it definitely helps to have regular posts going out and driving attention to the ISA channels. So thanks a lot to Annalisa for this. You can also see where our normal age group is that we reach through social media. So it's mostly 25 to 40-year-olds, and it's obviously a bit dominated in the male sector. But it nicely actually represents about the amount of women who also slackline, so around 25%. That's also what we reach through social media. Our main publication channel, as always, has been our website. Go check that out every once in a while. We try to keep it up to date with a little blog feature we have, and we link to that from social media. So right now, if you go to the website, you will find one new blog, which just has been published today on the new Highland World Record project with interesting details on how this was rigged and the safety measures and so on. And why specifically this project is described in a blog, I will come to later. Maybe just some stats on the website itself. So you can see we're also reaching quite a few people. This is now a yearly number, so 19,000 users, 25,000 sessions. And then the most liked pages is what is slacklining, slackline events, world records are at the top. The safety event is clicked a lot. Members and partners, tree protection. So this kind of shows a bit where the focus is for people visiting our website, what pages they like to click most. Oh, sorry, actually, oh no. We have a second site, sorry, the domain is wrong here. This should be data.slacklineinternational.org. So this is the second platform we have for publishing PDFs. And we also reach quite a few people through that separate page, about 17,000 users that, or 12,000 users which go onto that page. And we had about almost 1,000 downloads from basics flyers last year. Lots of people obviously click the accident reports. Lots of people want to check the certificates. And so on. So you see also here where the focus is, or like the approved gear is also right at the top, the ESA gear warnings as well. So you see where the focus is of people visiting this separate data platform we have with the domain data.slacklineinternational.org. So one publication which has not been pushed out yet, but it's pretty much finished. I put a screenshot here. Unfortunately, it only exists in German and Swedish for now. Is a new publication. I finished with a couple people. It's nice to also have the climbing federations putting their logo on this, at least the German and the Swiss one. And it only concerns tree protection when slacklining. This is a new publication. If you're interested in this specifically for use in other countries and languages, let us know. It's ready to translate now, and it will go on the data platform shortly. I couldn't manage to do it for today, but it will be on there soon. Another new project we started already last year. It hasn't been finished, so we didn't publish about it yet, but I just want to mention it because it's quite some work, is to get some honorary members to receive certificates from the ISA due to their contribution to slacklining over the first pioneer phases of slacklining. What we've decided on is that we want to focus in a first round on people that were active before 2005. So these are really old school slackliners like Chongo, Jeff Ellington, Scott Balcom, and then also a couple people who have already deceased, who are not alive anymore. And we try to reach out to relatives of them to give them honorary member certificate of the International Slackline Association. So this is an ongoing project, and I hope that we will be able to finish this first round of honorary members in the next coming months, so we can present them to you at the next General Assembly, and you can vote for giving them this honorary member status. So this is what the certificate looks like. Yeah, so next up is a new project I want to present. Yeah, you see through, you're still laughing, I can see it. Okay, so next up is a project I quickly want to hand over the word. It's been a long time in the making, and it's now at a point where we can tell you about it. And for this, I'm going to give the word to Can Sahin, which is sitting just next to me, and he can quickly present that.
Yeah. So hey, we have new two things, which are called identity system and account system. I mean, the names are not important, but the thing is, for a long time, we wanted to do this account system where people have personal profiles and you can upload any kind of certificate or whatever that's personally belonging to them into their profile, and they're the only ones who can reach it. And in the process, we realized there's like other digital services like Slack TV rankings and Slack map that require some sort of authorization, like login, user login, some sort of user system. But nobody is opting for Facebook or Google today because like it causes a lot of discussions. And so we decided to make these features into one. So we call it account system, and it relies on this new login system of ISA. So basically, anybody with a digital product like Slack Map, Slack TV, or anything that's coming up, any developers making a new product, web application, Android, iOS, doesn't matter. They can use the identity system for Slackline International, and if people sign up to the system, they will be able to log in without using Facebook, Google, or any third-party services. And we build an account system on top of it, which, I mean, you can visit the link on the page and you can create an account. You can see, I mean, for you, there's no incentive right now. So, I mean, if you don't have any certificates, probably you will see nothing. But the real usage will start with the Slack Map version 2, which will require user login to update some data, post some map spot online. So then it will be much more useful. So this is the two new things we are launching basically today. You can just visit the account Slackline International org, and you can have your profile.
But certificates are not listed.
No, I mean, nobody has a certificate right now, but yeah, we will slowly upload those. Unless you have a certificate, it doesn't make sense at the moment, as I said. So the account is actually a bit separate from the authentication, which means user login. And if you can see here, there's this new URL. This is just works like Facebook. So, I mean, the URL won't work right now because you don't have credentials for it. But, I mean, the developers around the world can use this to authenticate user login to their whatever application they make. So, I mean, over the time, we hear a lot of developers asking us, oh, I have this product and I want to, I don't know, Slack today, there's like a product called Slack.That today, there was Slackline festivals, and some sort of digital products popping up and they require some user authentication. And we aim to distribute this to all of them so that everybody can use one pool of users and all the information stays private within our boundaries without Facebook or Google or anything. So these are the screenshots from the profile page. It's basically very simple. You have just profile and certificates tab on the left. And profile, you can just fill in your basic information, which will be needed for Slack Map. And on the certificates, you will see your certificates. I mean, nobody has any certificates right now, but all the certificates, you can just go and download it, and only you will have access to those certificates, and you will be able to download. Yeah, that's actually pretty much it. Okay, so we are introducing, but this is very internal information, just to short information. There's this thing called ISA ID, and everybody will have, who registers to this user pool, will have an identifier that uniquely identifies those people. So we will start issuing the certificate, or Slack Map or any other project will start using those identifiers to map their user to the ISA ones. So we just keep track of this. So this is why I kind of draw the attention there with the red arrow. But it's actually not so important for now, but I just want to give it a heads up. Cool. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, John, for this. And so John is one of the main forces behind all our IT programming login system, as you just described in the background. And I think I would like to take this moment to thank John for all his work. And another person working a lot in the background, also for the ISA, is Simon Hiller. He's a roommate of mine. What we also did in the past couple of days, we transferred the entire website to a new host. The domain went to a new host. Lots of work that is happening in the dark. Nobody sees it in the foreground, and I just wanted to mention these people as well, that they're actually doing a shitload of work and spending lots of their free time in developing things for the ISA. Thanks a lot. Okay, so this was kind of my quick summary from 2021 and the past couple months, what we have been working on. And for the next couple slides, I'm going to hand over to Hai Tai, President of the Safety Commission, with the annual report of the first of our 4 commissions. Go ahead, Hai.
Thank you for that introduction. Okay, my name is Hai Tai, President of Safety Com. Let's dig into it. Next page, please. Okay, so let's talk briefly. We've done some publications in the past year. We've released a webbing lifetime advisory update, and then also a freestyle highline abrasion warning and publications. We've translated many other publications into multiple languages. Not in here right now. We've also have ongoing publications, ongoing work, a UV webbing study and a shock load study as well. Some other things we've done for safety outreach. There's been these social media Fail Friday posts and Safety Sunday posts. I think it's really important that we continue public outreach with all this information that we've kind of gathered around safety, so that any new entrants into the sport will have the same level of understanding of safety as everybody else. It's important that we really send all this information that we've gathered around. Other publications that we'll have is the Accidents and Incidents Report from 2021. We actually had a talk about that at the safety event, which I will talk about in a second. And we have been releasing accident and fatality reports as well throughout the year as they occur. So the safety event actually just concluded today, and it was ongoing since yesterday. We had numerous talks, and they were all very interesting and educating. Here you can see just a few of the talks, some of them very nerdy and scientific, but also very practical talks on safety and safety philosophy as well. Talking about one of our major projects next are the gear standards. There have been a few major updates. The Highline system, we've just updated to include intermittent connections. So these are Highline splits, and then zone connections, type X, and things of that nature. That information, that update will also propagate into our webbing standard shortly. This is ongoing, so that we can talk about dedicated backups rather than just the Highline webbing. Some new standards that we've developed are the sling standard, which is mostly released right now. This is for Slackline specific slings, Highline specific slings, and then also Highline connector standard for connections within splits as well. Actually, the Highline system standard relies on this connector standard, so it's important that we finish that description, that standard up soon. Some other revisions that we've done have been the weblock and webbing standards. You know, we are updating the weblock standard as we receive new information. For example, there has been some change in the standard around rotating pins and cyclic loading, and also an update to the webbing standard with regards to what webbing is acceptable as a type C low break strength webbing, what sorts of stretch webbing is acceptable. For instance, polyester is not acceptable at that type C, Dyneema unacceptable at the type B, nerdy stuff like that. Okay. There's more and more certified gear. It's all available in the database. We've added a few new pieces of gear, and we will be pushing to certify hopefully many, if not all, of the leashes from partner manufacturers, and then we'll also be driving to have more testing locations around the world, which will hopefully help make it easier for manufacturers to certify the gear. Here is an example of what a gear certificate looks like. Thank you very much, ISA team, for putting this all together. Yeah, it looks beautiful. So our current safety partners are listed there. We have new partner tentatively within the safety comm, which will be Slackline Life Inc., located in India.
Hello everyone, how are you? Sorry for the sonic disturbance. My name is Isidro Rodriguez and I'm going to present the Sport Commission annual report. Well, the Sport Commission, as you well know, it's a semi-independent organism inside of the ISA in charge of pushing all what's related to the professionalization of the slackline disciplines and competitive disciplines as an official sports. This includes many disciplines that we will see in a few moments in the next slides. This is a non-profit international team that works voluntary. We have been working since 2018, and we have had thousands of meetings with athletes, event organizers, and judges. Well, the board members are Ezequiel Troncoso, the vice president. He's from Argentina, and actually he's based in Spain, really connected to Barcelona slackline communities. Sirio Sao from Italy, he's the treasurer. He's famous because he wrote a very important book for the slackline history. And also we have Watson Hu from, he helps us in the ranking list execution and also in many other projects. And I'm the president of the commission. In this moment, as we will see in a few moments, we are in lack of a secretary. So that position is available if you're interested in supporting this group. Also, we have a group of athletes representatives that are persons who are actively competing in the Highland championships, trickline championships, and all the other forms of slackline competition, and that they give us feedback and they work together in the different projects, giving the athletes perspective. In this way, we ensure that the growth of our projects, it's always bonded to the community, to the active community, and we have the decentralized. This includes Marinus, Jan, Alison, Nicolas, Agustin, Adair, Miki, Jan, Andre, and Javiera, and many others. So also, if you want to support being an athlete, you can come in and be part of the athlete representative. I think
you're back, Isidro.
Okay. So I got a little bit of delay, but I hope you're continuing with what we're presenting here. Our commission has different working groups. This working group we split in 4. Some of them are old, some of them are new. The first one is the event coordination and international support. In this moment, it has been led by Jonas Umblauft, in charge of responding all the persons who subscribe their competitive events in the calendar and in the ranking list. They submit their event and this information come to us, and Jonas get immediately in contact with them and ask them if they need some kind of support or in which way the ISA can be part of this event. Also, we have the Slackline World Ranking List that receives all the information from the competitive events, and we upload it in this platform that I will show you in a moment. Then, of course, we have the world records. and with a new coordinator, our dear friend Rafael Brady from Brazil, Rafael. And in this moment, this year, we're going to start a new project that's called the Judging Systems Label that I will go and explain in a moment. Well, the Slackline World Ranking List, you can search it in that web page, has been structured in a new way. We have compact the main disciplines since after being uploaded since 3 years, we have many information, and we saw which were the main competitive dimensions, and there were some that they didn't have any kind of competition. So now we compacted in these 6 disciplines, that is freestyle highline, freestyle trick line, or also known as normally trick line, speed line in a short distance, speed line highline, freestyle jeep static, and rigging. These are the 6 competitive disciplines that we support in the international ranking list. It's really fun to see how it has been working. And the main change is that we have less disciplines, more compacted, and there is no overall score. This means that we don't mix the winners from highline with the winners of trickline and jeep static and rigging, because it's like mixing apples with oranges, you know. But many athletes can participate in all the disciplines and have scores in every one of these. So at the end, they all have the possibility to continue growing, trying different stuff. So a brief review about the competitions in 2019. We have 85 effective competitions. This doesn't mean events, because one event can have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 competitions. For example, you can have speedline and also highline freestyle. So sometimes an event can have more than one competition. We only had 2 competitions that were reported in 2018, but 2020 we have 23 executed competitions, 24 that were canceled. 2021 had 40 executed and 5 canceled, and this year we have already 40, and we have the rest of the year. So we're glad to say that we went through this pandemic effect in the slackline competition, especially the ones who were alive. So that's good for us. So that's the way that we kick the COVID pandemic effect into the slackline community, doing more slacklining. Thank you, Thomas. So also a good thing that the pandemic situation teach us was that we were totally able to do online slackline competitions. And we had at least these 4, and I know that there were another competitions in Brazil also. Some of these were highlining, other were tricklining, but in these cases, the people were able to record their routines and upload it and being judged internationally. So it was a good learning. Also, we gave the Slackline World Ranking List the best scores in every discipline. So the ranking list also recognize a lot the new generations, especially we focus in Japan, that it's really interesting, the phenomena that's happening there. Really young children between 10, 12, and 13 years are actually being pioneers in some dimensions of the sport, especially in tricklining. So we're very happy to see that the sport is growing in very different ways in different continents. So of course, since we changed the structure of the Slackline ranking list, we also actualized the FAQ, that is for answers and questions related to this ranking list. So you can search it in the new ranking list. It will be uploaded, synthesized, and clear for everyone who wants to understand how it works in deep, especially with the internal values and so on. So after that, we want to remark that we have a Lax Highland World Championship. This was the first Highland World Championship that had happened, and it was a great comeback to get together athletes for at least 3 continents. At least 30 athletes participated in the disciplines. Men and women received equal prizes, so it was really innovative. And we were live streamed in television, and also we appeared in 450 TV channels around the world. around at least 10 international broadcasters. So it was a boom, you know. This and also, as already Jan Sahin showed, we have developed these certificates that allows every person who win a championship to receive it and have this record in their own profile. So we have the contest winner certificate, the yearly winner certificate, the contest organizer certificate, also to incentivize people who wants to make a career as organizing events. It's also important to have this for presenting to the authorities and the brands. Also, we have developed a very beautiful Slackline World Record certificate. So our commission distributes these certificates that are in collaboration with Guinness World Record. In this moment, we have certified 132 people around the world with these certificates, and we have appeared in the different editions of this important book. Finally, we are starting this new project that it's called the Judging Systems Label. It's in an initial state, and it's an international platform to receive and centralize and promote the different judging systems for all Slackline competitive disciplines. In collaboration with private judging system developers, and also these system developers, they will send their systems using a specific protocol. We will receive all the systems and we will evaluate them with a specific judging system level working group with transparent criteria. And we will organize this to be available for the public. In this way, we will create the basis for professional judging education and certification. And this will allow to have a professional people who will be in charge of the event contest, and any person will be able to get these courses. This will help, of course, the event organizers to have clarity about how they're going to manage the competitive dimension inside their events, and also will help the athletes to design their training programs based on what they feel that it will be necessary to respond for each event. So this is the solution that we found, because there are many judging systems in the world, and it was very difficult to coordinate them and try to centralize it. And we decided that we will give the opportunity to all of them to show how good are they for the community. And at the end, after a few years, we'll see how this worked and which were the main judging systems that were used, which were the main criteria. So we can keep pushing the idea of officializing Slackline as a sport. Well, if you want to work with us, there is plenty of space. There are many tasks to be done. We are fun people. We do fun meetings. We enjoy what we do. So we invite you to be part of this very interesting and innovative group. We are in need of a secretary, and also we are in need of volunteers to work the different working groups that I already showed you. So feel free to contact us, and please join to our next meeting that will be next Monday, 29th. We'll publish it in the Instagram, but you are very welcome to join. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Pedro. So up next,
Miriana, the president of the Education Commission. Miriana, are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you so much, Isidro. Isidro, you have been so especially wonderful in carrying the torch so high this year as well for the Education Commission. So thank you so much. It has been a bit of a slower year compared to the past, but we've been doing well in terms of carrying on with the projects and the initiatives that we started several years ago. Thomas, can you? Oh, thank you. So our Instructor C courses, 7 in Chile. Isidro, amazing. Thank you for carrying that torch high, and thank you as well to Sara, who has also been forging ahead with providing as many courses as she's been able to. So at present, this year, unfortunately, because of COVID, We had some difficulties having more courses in other locations, but we were able to have them in Switzerland, Germany, Chile, and Peru. And in addition to getting a number of people accredited with the Instructor C certification, which we are now at 320 instructors from 32 countries, we were able to certify a few Trainer B level instructors as well, who we are hoping will be able to continue and to also present more Trainer C courses as well. And there will be recertifications for the existing Trainer Cs coming in November. So if you are expecting a recertification, please expect to be contacted from myself and Isidro sometime soon. There will be a number of dates, and we will be doing the recertifications both in English and then separate dates as well in Spanish. Thank you. Our rigor certifications have also been going quite well given our limitations this year. We've had them in Australia, France, USA, Switzerland, Belgium, and Germany. And we did have to cancel one event in Switzerland. Sada, thank you so much. Hi, thank you so much. Jerry and Agustin and any of our other instructors who have been helping to safely and efficiently and effectively certify all of these incredible riggers all over the world, and giving them our ISA stamp of approval, our very high expectations. And yeah, we're at about 125 ISA certified riggers. In 2020 in Turkey, there was a pilot project for a first aid for riggers workshop, which is going to be implemented for the rigger certification extensions that are going to be happening at some point in 2023. As Jan did his presentation for all of you, he has created this incredible new certificate and this incredible new account access program. So we're really excited to be able to implement all of that. Thank you so much, Jan, for all your incredible work. Everything looks fantastic.
The design was actually made by Cara, which I think is also listening in.
Cool. Sorry, thank you, Cara.
Jan did all the programming and the automatization behind it.
I'm sorry, Kata is definitely our whiz for visuals, for sure. And more of Kata's work is finally the 4 videos that Kata and Kfir, our friends from Smiley Videography and Photography, we filmed these 3 years ago, and it took a while for them to come out because the idea was a beautiful one and the execution was a beautiful one. And then as we continued making these, we realized just how many puzzle pieces there were to effectively have this for the public. So we ended up making subtitles in 30 languages for the first 2 videos and about 15 for the 3rd and 4th video. We are always happy to add more. It is absolutely worth it. We really hope that this is a legacy project that can be there for beginners, for other associations, for people to use from now until forever to really help the sort of mainstream narrative with slacklining. And so the more languages we can get this in, the more people I'm hoping that our beautiful sport will reach as well through social media. So yes. We have some partners. We have Temetline, who are this incredible Slackline Academy in Iran. They have some really incredibly advanced education programs. Their community is huge. I'm going there in October to do a certification with them. So yeah, I'm very excited to see everything that they're doing in person. The yoga slackers who have their own style of teacher training, which is incredible. The Right Direction is an association in the United States that works to combine various sort of flow and I wouldn't say extreme, but they combine sort of those more urban activities of rollerblading and skateboarding and BMX, and then slacklining as well tends to be presented at their events as well. So thank you, Johnny, for that. Are You Slack? They also do a lot of slackline education at many festivals throughout the UK. Thank you, Ben, for your amazing work. How Not To, Highland, which I believe now is officially called How Not To. Thank you, Ryan Jenks, for the amazing work you've done in terms of slackline education. Balanza, Miha, thank you for all your involvement in helping us create what we've done. And Slack, Alex Schwid, who is also doing slackline education programs with his some amazing Slack stands that they manufacture. So thank you to all our partners. We could really use some help with the Education Commission. We have had 50 people working on translations, but we really need people to help out with social media so that all this amazing work can get reached even better. Because what we realized through making these videos is that we're pretty good with creating content. We're pretty good at making things explanatory and simple to understand. But we could use some help in terms of the promotion. So if you have any familiarity with social media and are really good at gaming those algorithms so we can put the beauty of slacklining on everybody's screens, please come and join us. Please get in touch. And we can really use a treasurer because money comes and goes quite often through the Edukam. And so because of the programs that we do, so it would be really, really beneficial if anybody could help out with that. And of course, translators, all of our documents could absolutely use any translation anytime. So anything you want your community to have access to that you can help put in your language, please, we're always happy to accept translators. So thank you everyone.
Thanks, Mirjana. Thanks a lot, everyone from the 3 commissions presenting their annual report. Really nice to hear that things are moving. The last one would be from the Access Commission with Drake as a president, but he has to work, so I'll take over for this. One major project that has been going on is basically the idea of redoing SlackMap. Everybody knows this application. It's been going on since many years, and our vision is to create the new SlackMap, which is better. And we definitely need more help with that. We're right now in design phase, and for this we have Catherine Cutt in the chat here with us, and she can quickly present where SlackMap version 2 is currently.
Hi. So I've been working on SlackMap v2, just doing some simple designs. And so 2 main focuses that are of what we're trying to change is we're trying to simplify the interface. So there's a lot of features right now that aren't necessarily the things that people want when they are using SlackMap. And so there's more of a focus on more intuitive searching, something similar, trying to make it more similar to, say, like Google Maps and other topo apps that people are more familiar with. And then something that we also wanted to work on was providing more information about access restrictions, which will really help people who are searching for lines to know exactly what they're doing and know if there's any issues, and so prevent any complications for people who want to use lines that they found on SlackMap. So this is just a quick overview of the new idea for the new searching user flow. And so the idea is that we'll start with a map focus where it'll start with your location. You'll be able to search directly where you are, where you want to be. If you're on the road and you want to find a place to go slackline. And then similar to Google Maps here in the middle, the results will show you a map, will show you where things exactly are, and then listings of lines. And then another big change would be once you click on a line, you can see on the same page the line, the length, and then all of the details without having to search for them. They'll just show up. And access will be right at the top there. So any information that you need in order to access the line will be super apparent. And then in terms of access info, like I said, if things are partially or fully restricted, people will either not be able to see all of the information on a line if there's a full restriction, or if it's partially restricted, all of the information that somebody needs in order to access the line will be right at the top so that they can't ignore it. And then in making posting lines a lot easier and a lot more direct, there's also going to be more instructions on what each access category means. So there'll be instructions on what to say so that you can provide the proper restriction information or the contacts of people who you need to contact in the case of full restrictions. And then we're working on a lot of other things too, but those are the 2 main changes that I wanted to present.
Thanks a lot, Kat. Very cool. Nice that this project is picking up slowly, and we're hoping to reach the next phases in the next month. So if you're interested in helping with SlackMap V2, maybe you're even a programmer, then we can definitely use you. Thanks a lot. I think these are the updates we have for the 4 commissions. Are there any questions from the people in the audience here towards one of those 4 commission presidents? This would be a good moment to ask them questions on what you just heard about. Okay, no questions, so let's move on. Thanks a lot, Kat, again for presenting this. We are coming to the next major topic in this General Assembly. We are proud to have 1 new active member candidate we can present you, the Slovak Slackline Association. And I know there's people in the group here of Slovak Slackline Association. Maybe quickly speak up, present yourself, and say a couple words about your federation or association.
Hi, yeah, sure. So my name is Oliver. I am the vice president of the Slovak Slackline Association, and my role is basically communications and, yeah, generally just I'd say everything, since we're quite a small association still. And yeah, we also have our president here today, and I think I'll let him share a couple words.
Yes, hello, my name is Lubo. I'm the president of the Slovak Slackline Association, and I'm really proud to be here for the first time. And yes, Oliver is our specialist of the communication. And yeah, we are a small association, but we will, I think, we'll do more and more things in Slovakia, in our little bit country. But we are near to the Czech Republic, so we can do with Czech people also some events, or some we can motivate more and more people. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lubomir and Oliver, for this short presentation. Nice to have you as active members. We're gonna, in the next slides, quickly get an overview from Sarah on additional applications we got. These are, oh, wait, I have to restart the presentation. Sorry, 1 second. Slideshow. Yeah, okay, now it looks nice.
That looks
perfect. So as we just heard of Slackline Slovakia as an application for new active member, Sarah's going to quickly talk about the other applications we got.
So within the last year, we didn't accept any associate members, even though people applied, because we were in the process of changing the category. So from after this General Assembly, now we're only going to accept observer members, but after those members who apply newly or are already an observer member, they can upgrade to associate members if they have the required criteria. So they have to be an official nonprofit organization. There has to be no national federation in their country that is a member of the ISA. And then the thing is, they will get a vote on a budget, but not like a full vote on everything like the active members. And if there are multiple, there can be, that's a change in the AOAs, there can be now multiple associate members from one country, but they will have to share the vote on the budget. The new fee for associate members will be 50 euros. So member fees, active members pay 100 euros, associate members 50, and observer members are free. They don't have observer members. They don't have any rights to vote. So yeah, that's basically the associate members in quick. So from just write us if you're already a member of the ISA and want to be upgraded to associate members, and we can do that and add you as interim associate members, and then vote you in officially at the next General Assembly. And then you will have the voting right on the budget. Which is also today, Slackline Slovakia, once they've voted in, they can vote on new board changes and the budget as well. Ready. So that's the associate members and active members, and then we have 17 new observer members. Some of them applied as in a different category, which was either not the right category for them, or we didn't accept any associate members for now. So they're all observer members for now. Lemur Slacklines from Brazil, Slack Venture from Indonesia, Slack Mongslo and from Ecuador. I'm sorry if I pronounced any of them incorrectly. Aura Linnea from Chile, Slackline Freiburg from Germany, Slackline Kentucky from the US, Slacksim Fronteras from Brazil, Zambia Slackline Federation from Zambia, Capoli Collective from Switzerland, the Danish Slackline Association, which sounds like a full national association, but they mainly represent Copenhagen for now. Slack Attack Crew Thun from Switzerland, Slacker Columbia, Case Western Reserve University Slackline Club from the US, Slactitude Zero from Ecuador, Asociación de Slackline Highland Peru, Federazione Italiana Sport per Tutti, that's just the general sports association, and they want to become active member, but as they don't have slacklining in there, they can't be anything else. So they're just observer members. They can see what we're doing. And then Slackline Bolivia. Some of them are quite advanced in their structure already, or in the process of creating their association for their country. So Slackline Bolivia, for example, or other country associations that would be able to upgrade within the next year to associate members, if they to active members, sorry. And yeah, or associate members if they don't think they represent the whole country yet. Yeah, and external partners, I don't think we have any new ones. Which brings us to the voting process. I will put the link for the voting in the chat, and the people who are legitimized by their country to vote, please fill in this form. We'll wait a few minutes, or like 5 minutes, and then we continue with the next vote and tell you the results as soon as possible.
Okay, so you
go back in the slide so you can see.
Okay, so whoever has access to the chat, the link will pop up in a second, and then you can start voting, and we will see all the votes from you as representatives of active members. So open that form, and then you have the right to vote in there. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take like a 1 minute break and just let the votes come in. If anybody has questions remaining from the previous presentation or something they want to talk about, this would be a good time.
Or especially like the new observer members, if anyone is here, if they want to represent or present themselves.
Absolutely.
That would be
So
great.
I don't know if any of the people in the current Google Meets are member of the observer members, the new ones. Speak up and say hello and quickly present yourself.
Thomas, just on my phone, and currently I'm able to access the voting, and the people from Czech Association asked me to do the voting for them. Is there any way how to solve this at the moment?
You can't just you just have troubles reading the chat, right? Can I send you on?
No. I opened the link, but even though I have all the apps on my phone, it doesn't open through the app, and it redirects me to where I'm logged in with my personal account, and it doesn't react.
You can just do the vote like this then, or in the chat, and then we will just fill it in whenever you can.
All right.
So any other questions and comments? Please, now is your chance to speak up.
Maybe I wanted to mention, since a couple of people were presenting regarding the applications and technical things that are happening. I come from a technical background, but I seem to have gone down into the safety commission more. So yeah, if there's anything in regards to technical stuff, programming, whatever, let me know. I'll be glad to help there too.
Nice, Oliver. I will send you a quick file where you can enter your credentials and basically your background in programming, and you get an overview of all what our programming team is capable of.
Yeah, sure. Perfect.
Eva, could you please fill in the form if you're up there, upstairs?
Okay. So for all the votes we got look really good. So what we're doing here is basically we're accepting all active and observer members at once. And so far everybody agrees on this and it looks really good. So I guess I'll continue if you got okay. Okay. Perfect. So just a quick welcome to Slackline Slovakia as a new active member. Proud to have you on board. And also welcome to all the new observer members. We will try to put you on our website as soon as possible. And you get a new certificate. Okay, the next one is already mentioned by Sarah, a small change we would like to propose for the fees. The basic change is the following. Currently in our fee structure, it's quite complicated. We have associate membership based on the amount of members you have. We would like to simplify this and just say all the associate members up to 500 with 500 individuals pay 50 euros, and above that they pay 100 euros. So basically the same as associate as active member. And the second change we would like to propose is that the observer members are really free. Up until now we had 20 euros in there, but we never really actually collected that money. So we would like to change that and open the membership, the observer membership, up to whoever wants to join and get informed about what's going on. So these are two changes in our fee structure we would like to propose. And because this is an appendix to our Articles of Association, we have to vote on this as well. So the next survey you will get is based on accepting or denying these changes in the fee structure. You should have received the link by now. So if you have questions for that, let us know and we can talk about it. Otherwise, the link is in the chat. Okay, votes are coming in. Do we have everybody for or against?
I have one more. No.
And what's the actual vote?
Yes.
Okay, so we got the necessary responses and everybody agrees in this small change of fees. Thanks a lot for your trust in this. And maybe next year we will come with some more changes for the Articles of Association concerning these associate members, but for now we'll just keep it running like it is. Okay, next up, financial statement. And for that, I would like to give the word to Snoodle, our treasurer.
Hi, everybody. My name is Thomas, or also known as Snoodle, and I've been the treasurer of ISA since the beginning of ISA. My pleasure is today to present you our numbers from the last year, 21. As you can see in the revenues expended calculations, we roughly had a revenue of 4,200 euros, but that against our expended of roughly 1,000 euros, which makes a profit in 2021 of 3,281 euros. As you can see, there is quite a lot of money incoming from Sports Commission. This is quite easily explained. In the last year, we unified our bank accounts, so the money of the commissions went on the bank account of the main ISA account, and that's why the result of the last year is quite good. Yeah, any questions? Good, so maybe we can move on. So there you have another overview of our current situation. This is here you can see our cash or cash equivalents. So as you can see, in sum, we have a capital of around 9,300 euros. So right now we are quite liquid. Had looked differently, but it's also easily explained. We didn't have much expended in the last years, so we saved up some money. That's causing this 9,000 euros. Here again, you can see in total the revenues and expended. Roughly on both accounts together, we have a revenue of 6,311 euros in 21, and that against is 3,029 euros, which makes a profit of 3,281 euros. So that's it. Of course, as a club or association, we have the debt to do an auditing. This has been done by two auditors, one from Chile and one from Switzerland. They both checked our bookkeeping, and we had a positive result of the auditing. So everything was done correctly, and all bills and all every money flow has been approved. So this means that the auditing was positive. Yeah, and we received the audit confirmation letter, so we have it also written down that everything is correct, has been done correctly.
Okay, thanks a lot, Snoodle, for this presentation. We will have to vote on this, but before, are there any questions from anyone within the chat concerning our finances from 2021? Okay, that seems to be simple, no specific questions. So next step is that we will have to vote on this again.
And go with the next budget and the thing.
Okay, sorry, we're going to vote on this after you guys see the budget from 2022, so from the current year, which we already approved last year, we're just going to show it again, and 2023. I'm sorry, this might be a bit small for you guys to see. I will go through it quickly so you get an overview. So basically, we can just look at one of them. Let's take, because 2022 was already approved last year, we can now focus on 2023. Going through it quickly, so our revenues, expected revenues would be 20 as active members, summing up to 100 euros each to 2,000 euro. We expect about 300 euros in donations. Then we are expecting about 2,000 income in the safety commissions due to the UV project and the partner fees. And we expect about 3,000 income from the riggers and instructor certificates. Nature Commission, right now we have no expected revenues, and Sports Commission about 200 from contest organizers. So this sums up to about 7,500 in revenues, which we expect for 2023. In terms of expenditures, we would like to spend the money in the Safety Commission. Mostly this is going to be also the UV project, which we receive money from external sources, and probably some testing that will be done. So in detail, if you want to know how the commission spent their money, you can visit their annual meetings, which will happen in the next week, as I already mentioned. Then the Education Commission is expected to spend about 2,500. These are mostly the fees of the instructors and riggers that give the certifications. And Nature Commission, we put about 500 in the budget. This is planned for SlackMap version 2 mostly. Some expenditures we will have probably with that project. And then, but most of it will be volunteer work, obviously, like building a whole platform for 500 euros. That's not realistic. And then we have the Sports Commission. We expect to spend about 1,000 probably on different projects, one probably being this judging system label and other things the Sports Commission will work on. Okay, and then some other expenditures we have, smaller things like the website that has to stay up and running, about 100 euro, graphic design, 200. Then we also have to pay a membership fee to the International Alpine Federation, which is about 500 euro per year. We get access to their commissions and standards discussions and so on. So that's something we pay as ISA. And then we also have some expenditures on toll, bank charges, exchange corrections, and one big post, which is our communications manager, Annalisa, which gets 100 euro per month for doing the social media postings for us. So this is the planned budget for 2023. We're gonna try to come out even, so not spend more money than we earn. And right now planned are about 135 euros in plus for the budget. that's what we are planning for. Usually these budgets change quite a bit along the year, but that's about a rough estimate we could figure out. Okay, any questions on the budget? Anything that's unclear or you would like to hear something on?
For those of you who are elected to vote, the link is now in the chat.
Yeah, so what we're voting on now is the financial statement that Snoodle presented and the budget 22-23 mostly, because 22 was already approved last year. And yeah, if you have any questions concerning that, let us know and we can start the discussion. Okay, we're slowly getting the votes in for the financial statement and the budget, and yeah, it looks good. We got more than 50%, which is in favor of approving financial statement and budget.
Getting there. Also, Slackline Slovakia, that you can vote as well now.
Yeah. So Slackline Slovakia, since you got voted in as a new member, you already have the right to vote in this round if you would like to do so.
Okay, cool.
Also in the last one.
Actually, also in the last one, yeah, if you want to do that in hindsight. Cool. So looking good. Thanks a lot, Snoodle, for your work as treasurer. You will be mentioned again a bit later in the presentation. Okay, that's what we just did. So now we're getting closer. So I said we will go on until 2040. So we have about another 15 minutes. And now we come down to new elections. We have received a couple applications and we held some interviews and tried to convince some people. And these are the two guys we came up with as new board members, executive board members of the ISA. Both are new world record holders in highlining. Probably everybody has heard of this 2,700 meter project. So the main organizer, Arthur, and one of the athletes that sent this line at night. So both of them are gonna be part of our board if you want to vote them in. It's cool to have people like you guys motivated to come into this organization and share with us the work with us. Maybe quickly present yourselves with a couple words so everybody gets to hear you before we decide on making you executive board members of the ISA.
Okay, so hello, I'm Augustin, and I've been working in different parts of the ISA, mostly in the Safety Commission since 2018. Yeah, I worked in the Safety Commission for a while, but recently I've also been involved in the Education Commission a bit. I've been doing translations for even longer than that, and the Sports Commission recently as well. In the Sports Commission, I was working on the judging system, and I was a judge in the LAX World Championship. So I'm quite familiar with the workings of the ISA. I know many of the people who are volunteers at the ISA, and yeah, so I'm. I don't know if Thomas said that, but I would be in for the position of treasurer of the ISA. And Arthur.
Hello, I am Arthur. I am fairly new to the ISA. Like Thomas told me about this opportunity to join, and it seems like it's really good for me to like be able to understand what is going on first, and then help contribute to like the ISA and to develop the slacklining in general. So I would be really happy to join the. Yes.
So thanks a lot, Arthur and Augusta. Are there any questions from the public towards these two new candidates of for the executive board of the ISA? In the slide I'm showing here, you can get an overview of the people who are currently in the executive and in the advisory board. In brackets, we also added if these people need re-election. For instance, myself, I need re-election. Augusta has written changing from the Safety Commission. Vice President currently is Harald Höglinger from Vienna. Nina Mapes is in the executive board. Adam. New would be Arthur, and then we have two people who will step down from executive board and change to the commissions. Tom Parker from the UK, Kestutis also changing to commission. And which I forgot to list, but it's going to be on the next slide. Thomas Spöttl, so Snoodle, is also going to step down from his position as treasurer after being treasurer of the ISA for 7 years. And so this is, we found Augusta to replace Snoodle. Well, it was honestly quite a fight to find a new treasurer, but that's always how it is. So these would be the changes within the executive board. So 2 new people, Arthur and Augusta, 3 people leaving, Snoodle, Tom Parker, and Kestutis. And then we have a change in the advisory board as well.
I'm the chairperson of the advisory board. I need to be re-elected. Lisa is the vice chairperson as well. Helmut and Philip and Peter are staying. They don't need to be re-elected. And Dan Walsh from Slackline US is stepping down.
Okay, and then we have 2 auditors, which did a great job in looking at our finances. These are not elected for a 2-year period, but for a 1-year period. So in case they don't speak up now, they're also going to be re-elected as auditors for the coming year. So Eva, if you're listening, this is your chance to not do auditor anymore. Otherwise, we have to find someone new. So basically the way, yes, Isidro, you want to say something?
Yeah, I spoke with... Sorry. I spoke with Nicolas, and he's willing to be 1 more year being auditor, so it's no problem. He cannot join because he's working.
Did Eva also give you the confirmation? Is she in the room with you, Isidro?
Yes, she is in the room. Eva? Good. Where?
Okay, perfect. So any questions towards the new executive board? You can ask them now. That's your chance. Otherwise, Sarah will send the link to vote into the chat. 1 second. And then please take this chance to vote on the board. So the way we'll do this is we'll not elect every person individually, but we decided we'll do all together at once. So basically up for election, re-election and election, you can see in the brackets who is actually needs to be approved by you guys.
And if you press no, like if you don't agree to a single a specific person in general, just press no, and then you can specify on whom you're not agreeing with.
Okay, so we're waiting for votes coming in for the boards. We got 5 votes so far, so we need another vote to get more than half of you guys who can vote on this. Okay, so Slackline Slovakia, this is also a chance to vote.
They did already.
Ah, they did. Okay,
But
perfect.
not on the AOAs yet.
Yeah.
You can do that as well.
Cool. So how many people?
That was the second link. What's that? Vote.
Yeah, if Judith is still there from
Yeah.
German Slackline Federation, she can still vote. Ah, okay. We got no. Okay. So we're waiting for the last vote to come in. So far, everything positive. Everybody agrees on the new board. Thanks a lot for your trust on this. Cool. No confirmation.
Nine responses here.
Okay, so looks good. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your confirmation on the votes. Yeah, so this will be the new board working in the next 1 to 2 years for the ISA. And in the next slide, I would like to take the chance to basically thank these executive and advisory board people that have been working in our organization for the past years, especially Snoodle, which was there since the beginning of the ISA. Snoodle and I had one of the first meetings, I think it was around 2013, where we met and discussed the possibility of an ISA. I went to Vienna and we wrote several emails to companies and associations around the world. And then he, together with Sonia from Slackline US and the German Slackline Federation, these 4 were actually the first 4 federations to create the ISA in 2015. Snoodle was always a driving force behind the foundation of the ISA and has been a treasurer for 7 years now of the ISA. Thanks a lot for your work, Snoodle. Very appreciated. I hope we don't completely lose you within the ISA and you get to work with some smaller projects. He also made this really nice project, which you can see here in the slide, where basically these big tones were hung on a Highline. He was playing Beethoven. And then I would also like to thank Dan Walsh for his work in the board. And your microphone is on. And I would also like to thank Tom Parker and Kestutis for their work in the executive board. Thanks a lot. And also with you guys, hope you will continue working in different commissions and different positions within the ISA. Kestutis, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, greetings from Lithuania. Thanks for giving the opportunity to be the part of the ISA, and hope to still help on commission, being in the commissions. And just wanted to say that if anybody would like to have any projects with Slackline Lithuania, with our community, just you can find us in on Facebook and Instagram, and hope to meet all you someday in Switzerland, because it's like a place where we all would like to come to see the mountains and to slack together. So thank you.
Thanks, Kestutis, for those nice words. Yeah, I hope that everybody here can come to Bern in the coming years. Bern City Slack is happening this weekend. Next week, we'll go to Transalp Waterline Tour. This has been in the schedule for 13 years now. And I see Thomas Spettel wants to say something.
Yeah, thanks for your kind words, Thomas. Yeah, it has been always a pleasure for me to work for ISA, and yeah, but I think in the last couple of years, my motivation passed away a little bit as my age increased. I have new goals, and so I thought it's better to pass over the position of the treasurer to someone more motivated, as I can't do it like this position deserves to do it. Nevertheless, I will be always there for consulting, and also if there are interesting projects where my help is wished or needed, I'm always there to help out. Thanks for the last 7 years. It was a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Snoodle, and also the other guys. Next time we see each other, I can hopefully give you an official present for your work within the ISA. Isidro, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to personally say thanks to Snoodle. He helped me a lot during the process of building the sport commission. We managed to go through the world record projects and to get the contact with Guinness World Record thanks to the work of Snoodle. So I wanted to say thank you, bro. And even if we haven't met in person, we have been working together for the last 5 years. So I really hope we can meet in person and have a nice Slackline Park day. Hope the best for you, bro. And I hope that we can continue doing stuff in this international network in any of the possible ways.
Thanks a lot, Isidro, also for those words. Anybody else want to speak up at this point? We have a raised hand. Sabina, go ahead. Oh, microphone. You have to turn your microphone on.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, hi everybody. I guess nobody here knows me, and also I'm pretty new. I am from Slackline, Bolivia. We are super new in the sport, but we make a petition of being part of the ISA. So I only want to thank you to having us. And also I couldn't join you early since I'm working, but anyways, I wanted to let you know that we are working to grow the Slackline in Bolivia. Actually, in my city, we rigged the first Highland in a whole state. So we are super excited and super motivated to start working in making the Slackline grow here. And I only wanted to let you know that.
Thanks a lot. Awesome. I'm pretty sure, I think you missed that you actually got officially elected in as observer members into the ISA.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's a great news. That's actually what we are here right now. So thank you for letting us know.
Perfect. So all of this General Assembly will be recorded, and it can be viewed on YouTube, and also we will have a file, so you can also rewatch the first part, and also for everyone else, it's possible to watch the recording and also read the protocol, which you will receive by email afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, so we are pretty much at the end of today. The next slide just shows proposals you can make or questions you can ask. So the discussion pretty much is open now for everybody who wants to say something. Mirjana, go ahead.
Thank you. I would just like to say that a lot of the projects, I mean, all of the projects that have come out of the ISA came from necessity. It came from somebody thinking, what do we need to make this easier for us with authorities? Or what do we need to get the community more involved? Or what do we need to connect the world better? And so any ideas that any of you have, any proposals, we're always happy to hear proposals and ideas, and if there's something that does exist and you could make it better, or again add a translation, we're always happy to hear your ideas. And please use the ISA can be your platform to create whatever initiatives you're thinking of, or to help us improve our initiatives. So always happy to have ideas generated.
Thanks a lot, Mirjana. So I totally believe in the same. I think the ISA, first and foremost, is a platform for communication, with a networking platform for Slackline communities around the world, but really a platform that communicates strongly also to the outside world, the non-Slackliners. That's also the look and feel we want to portray with our website, looking very official. So we don't want to scare off Slackliners with this look and feel. I am aware that this can also happen, but I think what we want to do is we also want to give a face for the public, for officials, for authorities, to see slacklining a little bit different as they are used to in their everyday lives and so on. But I think the ISA is a strong communication platform and growing stronger in that matter as well, to also communicate to national entities, other international federations, and so on. So in that sense, we are, as Mirjana said, very open to welcome all kinds of projects, especially if they have a focus which is more than just a national focus, so international focus. That's definitely where we see us, and hopefully can help with all the communities and clubs and federations that are being created around the world. Yes, Mirjana.
Sorry, and just to mention that there are, I noticed that there are a number of potentially Spanish-speaking Slackliners who have joined us, so Spanish-speaking people who have joined us, and Portuguese-speaking people. We don't want language to be a barrier. If there's anyone who wants to join, especially Sport and Education Commission, both myself and Isidro speak Spanish, and we would be happy to connect with anybody who's more interested in being involved in any of those projects. So please don't let language be a barrier. Portuguese speakers, I know there's so much going on in Brazil, so please contact us as well. Isidro and I would be super happy to connect with anybody from South America who would like to be more involved in any of the more global things that we're doing. So yeah, don't let language be a barrier. We're doing this worldwide.
Okay, thanks a lot. I posted 2 more links into the chat. So before we close this chat, this Meet window, maybe copy those links out. One is a ISA feedback form you can fill out anytime. It's open for anyone to fill out, where you can give us general feedback on the ISA, on ideas for projects, and so on. And also a project that is very important to us, which is ongoing, is the incident and accident report forms. So if you know of any incidents or accidents that happened within your community, please report them. You don't have to state your name necessarily. For us, it's important to see the range of things that are happening, so we can communicate better to other Slackliners how to improve their risk assessment or be safe in general. So these 2 general links, I just wanted to post for you guys. Anybody else want to speak up and say something, ask a question?
I want to say something very briefly. We have been organizing the Latin American network. In this moment, we're connecting Argentinian Slackline clubs, Brazil clubs, also Bolivia and Peru. These are the most active communication networks. Also Mexico, since Argentina, Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, and all the other countries in Latin America doesn't have federation. They haven't been able to join as an active member. So we have been creating this network in which we assessed and we give kind of organizational recommendations to how to achieve the goal of transforming your local associations into a network, a functional network, and mostly in Spanish and in Portuguese. So if there's anyone in the chat who is interested, I'm supporting the Miriana's initial proposal to contact us, and we're very gladly be here for helping you. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Anybody else want to say something, have a question, or just mention feedback, or whatever you want to say? Now is your time. Okay. If not, thanks a lot for joining this 8th General Assembly. Nice to have you all on board. Nice we figured out how this works for the 8th time in a row. Keep expanding the network. Help us make slacklining it should stay this beautiful activity as it is, I would say. And let's keep on developing our beautiful activity, and let's go on for the future. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll keep the chat open a bit if you want to keep on communicating, but I think we'll stop recording from here. Thanks for joining again. Have a nice evening, day, morning, wherever you are, and see you soon, somewhere on the line.
Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. And see you soon.
Thank you.
Nice, because you were